In the meantime, we are still not out of the woods when it comes to COVID-19. Now we're seeing long-term ramifications from the virus, specifically when it comes to drug overdose-related deaths.
And ABC 7's Rachel Phillips sat down with a doctor to discuss the drastic increase we've seen this past year, not only in El Paso, but nationwide.
93,000. That's the number of drug overdose deaths the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimate occurred in 2020 nationwide. That's an increase of 29% from 2019. The biggest year-to-year jump since the count rose by 11,000 in 2016. Enlarged Dr. Fabrizio Delgado says the drastic rise is due to people being forced to isolate during the pandemic.
If you stay isolated for months on a row, then you don't have contact with your family members. You don't have contact with your support system. If you have an alcohol or a drug problem, then you start using without any kind of not being accountable to anyone.
According to the CDC, drug overdoses in 2020 increased in every state bar 2. Here in El Paso in May alone, Dr. Delgado says they had their highest number of patients seeking a range of psychiatric treatments in the last 4 years.
It would be easy to say, okay, this is a local problem. It's not really a local problem. It's a problem across the country.
Adding to the ever-growing number of patients seeking treatment is the saturation of hospitals. Dr. Delgado told ABC 7 El Paso doesn't have enough addiction specialists to treat patients.
There's always time and there's always a way to get things better. Always. There's always hope. And yes, it's true that we have sometimes waiting lists to get patients in treatment, but there's options.
Some of those options include going to the emergency room and they'll direct you to the appropriate resources. Or you can go to a Texas Tech clinic. According to Delgado, they should be able to treat you within 7 days. Ultimately, Dr. Delgado said the key to reducing these numbers is having a good support system.
You help someone who's sick, giving him more support, help, trying to get him a place to stay. And if the person is trying to get sober, well, you help them to get sober.
Rachel Phillips, ABC 7.
Rachel, thank you for that. Now, the CDC reported on average in 2019, there are more than 250 deaths each day, or roughly 11 every hour from a drug overdose nationwide.
If you or someone you know is struggling, we want to encourage you to seek help. Leviane is the primary provider of mental health and substance use services in West El Paso. You can call them at 915-782-4000 or go to our website, kvi.com. Click on this story for other useful resources.
That's right.